and welcome to the operations section of your CircuPool CORE-CONTROL series. Here we'll cover the setup and use of its electronic chlorine generator cell. The purpose of the chlorine generator portion of the system is to sanitize the pool. It does this by using electrolysis to convert salt molecules in the water to a free form of chlorine. Before using your salt chlorine generator, please keep in mind, it is important that the pool's water chemistry is balanced first with proper levels. In order for the system to be able to operate, there must be a minimum level of salt in the pool water. Once the water is properly balanced, with the system installed and connected to the MyPool app, it is ready for use. We'll cover the way the chlorine generator components work, how to set it to create a steady supply of chlorine for the pool, and its other controls and indicators. The main components of its salt chlorination system are the control module and electrolytic cell. The control module supplies power to the cell and allows you to customize the system's operation in order to meet your pool's unique needs. It also gives you important notifications via its onboard indicators, as well as through the MyPool app. The electrolytic cell creates chlorine as the water inside of its clear housing passes through and returns to the pool. For initial startup, you want to first apply power to the breaker switch. This should activate the system, and the LED ring will illuminate as the system initializes. If the pump is not running, you'll see the no-flow light illuminated. If the cell hasn't been connected, you'll see its status ring illuminated orange. Otherwise, its status ring will be illuminated blue. Once powered on, you'll want to set its chlorine output level by pressing the plus and minus buttons or by using the MyPool app. This setting is unique to your pool's size, use, chemical balance, weather, and environment to find the chlorine output setting your pool needs right now. We suggest starting at 75% output and adjust as needed over the initial startup period. Measure your available free chlorine in the pool after 2 to 3 days and adjust the chlorine output level accordingly. If the available chlorine is too high, lower the output level. If the available chlorine is too low, raise the output level. It will take a few adjustments to find the ideal setting for your pool. Once set for the pool's current needs, it should only take minor adjustments of the system's output level throughout the season. In addition to the chlorine output level, there are 2 other factors that you can control which directly impact the resulting free chlorine level in the pool. 1. The hours of pump runtime each day determines how much chlorine it's possible for the system to generate, since it will only generate when the pump is running. For example, you can increase the runtime of your pool system if you need more chlorination. Like any pool, ensure that your pump runs long enough for all the pool water to pass through the filter 1.5 to 2 times a day, usually at least 8 hours. This amount of time is typically more than sufficient for chlorination of the pool. But if the pool has high chlorine demand, running the pool pump longer allows for more chlorination. Make sure to measure your water chemistry and chlorine level on a regular basis. 2. In addition to how long the system runs, the water chemistry balance is the other critical factor that will determine the resulting amount of chlorine in the pool. There are a number of balance issues that can make chlorine ineffective or boost chlorine demand, making the water unnecessarily require much higher amounts of chlorination. Let's go over the controls that you'll use when operating the system in the future. The on and off button is used if you need to manually activate and deactivate the system, powering it on or off. The off position prevents the control module from energizing the cell. In this position, there is no chlorine generation. Important safety note: the off position does not remove power from the control module. Always disconnect power at the circuit breaker prior to attempting any service procedure. The Wi-Fi button is used to restart, turn on or off the Wi-Fi module. The plus and minus buttons change the system's output setting, the rate of chlorine production. In order to customize operation for your pool's needs, These buttons are used to control the amount of chlorine that the cell generates. This is the turbo button, which activates and deactivates the superchlorination mode. When pressed, boost mode is activated and all of the chlorine output level lights will be illuminated, as well as the light next to the turbo button. Press the turbo button when a larger amount of sanitizer is temporarily needed to contend with high beta loads, heavy rainfall, or cloudy water conditions. This boosts output from its current output level to 100% output for 12 hours of runtime, or 12 to 72 hours via the My Pool app. At the end of the superchlorination period, chlorine output will automatically return to its previous setting. Press the turbo button again to cancel the boost. Let's take a look at the indicator lights. The turbo indicator light is illuminated when the system is in its superchlorination mode. The output indicator lights show what output level it is set to. When the no flow error light is illuminated, the system has detected an insufficient amount of water moving through the cell. This causes the cell to stop generating chlorine. It's normal for this light to turn on every day if your pump turns on and off on a schedule. If by chance this light occurs and your pump is running, verify that you have proper water flow without air bubbles in the cell housing, and verify that water flow is fully pressing the flow switch away from its resting center position. In case you have a variable speed pump running at very low speed, increase the flow until the light turns off. When the low salt light is illuminated, salt may need to be added to the pool. Verify the salinity of the pool water and add salt according to the chart in your manual. When the clean cell light is illuminated, it indicates that the cell requires cleaning. This will eventually happen with normal operation. Refer to your manual for cell cleaning instructions. This is the cold water light. To protect the cell, the control module is programmed to automatically decrease the chlorine production when it senses low temperatures. In case of low water temperature below 68 degrees Fahrenheit, the unit reduces chlorine production to 45%. When water temperature is below 59 degrees Fahrenheit, the unit reduces chlorine production to 15%. When the system error light is illuminated, the system is not able to operate and produce chlorine. Please refer to the troubleshooting section of your manual for possible causes and the suggested action to take. The cell life low light is illuminated when the hours of usage the cell has received suggest that it could be reaching the end of its expected lifespan. Continue to use your cell until it's unable to generate chlorine, but consider planning for replacement. Replacement cells are readily available for purchase from your local dealer or at CircuPool.com. This concludes the operation of the CORE-CONTROL series chlorine generator. Please see our expected maintenance video to help you with future service. Thank you for choosing CircuPool Advanced Pool Systems.